Hello, and welcome along to my vlog post. And today I'd like to chat to you about harnessing the collective intelligence of your workforce. So basically, a lot of our clients, when we work with them, one of the key things they get out of this, out of engaging their employees, now out of taking that whole process seriously, is that they get to collect, or they get to harness that collective intelligence, that collective effort. That you hear sports teams and sports commentators talking about successful teams being more than the sum of their parts. All those players form and come together and form a collective, form a unit that maybe produces more than was expected. So are you able to get this from your workforce, and are you getting this from your employee engagement efforts? So in order to help you do this, I want to give you eight quick tips to collect that, or to gather that collective intelligence, to get that benefit from your workforce. Okay, so the first one is to value people's opinions and their feedback. That's the first tip, is to make sure that people know that their opinions and their feedback are both accepted and valued by you and by your organization. Okay, people need to feel that. They need to feel that potency within their voice. The second tip is to create a sense of psychological safety. People will only feel able to give their feedback and able to give their opinions when they feel safe in doing so, that there's not going to be a negative outcome for venturing their opinion. So you need to make sure that they feel safe. If they don't feel safe, well then they won't feel that their opinions and feedback are valued anyway. So it will negate both points. The third point is to provide a forum. We all know of the old suggestion box methodology, but this it needs more than that. A suggestion box doesn't go far enough, where people have to post in their ideas and suggestions. You need a continual forum where they have access to it, when they want to use it, when they have the idea, when they have the suggestion, at that point in time, whether they're at work, at home, on the road, with a client, whatever it is, that they can key in and get that opinion over to you. And that's the best time to have it. Leave it until they get to a suggestion box. It's not going to come forward, because they're going to forget it, and it's not going to be as accurate as it was as when they think of it. So the fourth tip is to get to know your employees. This is a core of all leadership. Any good leader will know his or her employees. So get to know them, form a relationship, and I mean beyond the name of their children and their pets, etc., their favourite sports team. Get to know what makes them tick. Understand them as people. What activities do they do outside work? Why do they do those? What kick does it give them? What benefit do they derive from it? Can you replicate this in the workplace? Take that a wee bit further for our fifth tip, and that's to observe your people working. See what they like doing. Understand how they interact with their job and with their work. What is it that floats their boat? What gives them a kick during the day? What is it that motivates them? What parts of their job turns them off? Yes, it needs to be done, but we need to know, we need to understand each individual, because they're all different. And that brings us into our sixth tip. So now that you get to know your employee, you get to know what to do outside work, you get to know all their hobbies and interests, and you do that without snooping, of course. And then you observe them in the workplace, and you know what they're doing, how they're doing it, etc. The key now in the sixth tip is to be smart when allocating work to your employees. Now you've got to know them, now you've got to know what makes them tick, then make sure you allocate some projects and work that fits their motivational profile, that will give them a boost. Our seventh tip is really to create a sense of purpose within your team. All these successful teams will have a clear sense of purpose based around their beliefs and their values, and how they want to be seen by the organisation, by themselves, by customers, etc. Create that sense of purpose, that sense of unity that they can all get behind, and get your employees to do that. Don't come to them with a purpose statement. Get them to draw one up themselves. And finally, the last thing of any successful team, the eighth tip, is to encourage creative and constructive conflict. We won't all agree. We won't all have the same view or opinion, but value every one of those opinions. Get people to chat it through. Encourage your team to have that constructive conflict, so that they can come to the best solution for the team to meet their sense of purpose. Okay, so don't stand on, we don't all have to agree and think the same thing. That conflict and that difference of opinion, that diversity, is what will make your team great. Okay, well, thank you very much for listening in. I hope it's been of benefit. I'm always happy to hear from you. Please, connect with me on LinkedIn. You'll find me under my name, Nigel McPolin, and you'll find E times 2 LinkedIn page as well. Or you can drop me an email at nigel@etimes2.com. I'm always delighted to hear from you. Thank you very much.